Hello Gemini, this is Ashley. We're going to do your reading for the week of October 10th. We're going to look at past, present, and near future and see what's been going on with you lately and what might be coming in. We're going to do a 9-card spread and then clarify to get some more detail. This may not be your reading, as it will not resonate with every Gemini out there. If you find that this does not resonate, I recommend you check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get a full picture of what might be going on for you. And remember to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified of when those other readings come up, you can click on that notification bell. Otherwise, you can check down in the description box and see the weekly schedule for when I release each of the elements every week. Personal readings are open on the website, so you can check that out down below. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So let's see where you're at here, Gemini. Okay. We have the King of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. The Star card, the 8 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Moon. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Hanged Man. So could be feeling a little bit stuck at this time. We do have the 8 of Swords on the board here. So the Hanged Man is Pisces energy, but you can see that he has this yellow enlightenment ring around his head. And so while he's found himself stuck hanging upside down, he's also gaining a new perspective by being in this position. And so there could be some revelations coming in for you at this time as well. Now we are still in Mercury retrograde during this time frame, but we'll be coming out of it next week. So let's see if we can get some more detail here. Now it does look like you've had a soulmate in the past. Specifically, an air sign, perhaps. We have a lot of air here, Aquarius in particular. And it looks like that has come to an end. And you're kind of walking into the future with what you have after having left this relationship. And I think there's some fears coming up here about being on your own. So let's get some more here. So like I said, in the past position, we have the Soulmates card. A very destined, maybe even karmic relationship here with the Star card showing up. So that's like destiny. That is kind of like a dream come true energy. And you can see that one of these penguins has a key here and the other one has a keyhole in their heart. So very close soulmate relationship here. King of Swords, the Star, and the 10 of Swords. But I do feel like something may have been a bit cold. You know, that King of Swords energy, this can certainly be your energy, Gemini, with you being an air sign here. But it can be very logical and unfeeling, right? There's not a lot of emotions that comes through on the King of Swords. He's the king of the mental body, and so logic, wisdom, intellect, that kind of thing. And so the relationship itself may have been not so lovey-dovey, right? It could have also been that, now King of Swords in the reverse can be a bit of a narcissist, so that may have also been your experience. But there was something about this dynamic, even though it came with, a feeling, the ending of it at least came with a feeling of betrayal and backstabbing kind of behavior. But with the Star card, I do feel like this was not only a destined relationship on your path, it was also one that would set you on a path to your own inner healing, and further on the path of your destiny, because it has come to an end. So let's see if we can get some more here. So 10 of Swords for the King of Swords, and Judgment. Could even have been a divorce with that Judgment card there, but definitely someone of the past, right? With the Star card, we have the Nine of Pentacles, so it was destined for this ending to happen, and for you to be in independent energy. We have the Nine of Wands. It does seem like this was something you really worked hard on, and you may have also been doing some self-work at this time, even as you were still in this relationship. Perhaps it was helping you to uncover your own shadow self and do some additional healing work on yourself and the things that you needed to improve, right? The 10 of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, so a soulmate pair here, and the Knight of Cups. So let me get one more on that Knight of Cups. We have the Moon. So I do feel like perhaps the feminine in this dynamic, the feminine energy in this dynamic, may have put a stop to this relationship, may have been the first person to say, nope, this is over. And it could even be that there were apologies made to this feminine from the masculine, and she still wasn't having it. Now, perhaps it's because that apology felt riddled with like ulterior motives. Like it may have felt like the feminine ended this relationship and blocked an apology because she didn't trust it, right? It could also be here that the feminine in this dynamic, like this relationship ended between this King and Queen of Swords, and somebody, specifically a Cancer, may have come in to offer a cup of love here. So I'm feeling both of those. So let's see what's going on at the time of October 10th. That whole week we have Harvest, and we have Gathering of Blessings. And you can see that Harvest Moon behind her. Now we just had the Harvest Moon in the sign of Pisces a couple of weeks ago. So it could very well be that some of this activity in the recent past really kicked off around the harvest moon, or came to a final ending around that time. But essentially, the harvest moon is when we gather up our harvest, our resources, and kind of evaluate what we have for the upcoming winter, essentially. So we have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Now, in this situation here, I feel like there's still some stuck energy, some confusion, some fear. There is a certain, walking away, the Eight of Cups is the center card of the spread. So you're kind of walking into the darkness here. You can see he's only got the, oh my gosh, this card doesn't want to stay in my hand. He's only got the light of the moon to guide him. So essentially, you're moving forward under the guidance of your intuition, your emotions. And there can be a lot of fear that comes up on this trek, on this path, right? Because we're in darkness. So now, I do think that with the Queen of Wands here, there's some serious confidence building that is happening. And it is also coming into the near future here with this Leo energy popping up. Because the Queen of Wands, you can see she's got two lions above her head. She also has the sunflower and the lions on either side of her in her throne. And she has a black cat. So a lot of cat energy here, pride, and overall like warmth. You know, it's very sun-like energy. And she's confident, and she's powerful, and she's proud. All of that Leo energy. And I think this is something that is being a challenge to you at this time. So let's see if we can get any other messages come through here. Like, kind of feeling like you don't know what the path ahead is. And there's a lot of, or rather a lack of clarity going on at this time. Why do we have the Seven of Cups? There's that intuition. So that's the guidance system at this time. We have the High Priestess, so some Pisces energy coming through. And we have the Five of Wands here. So it could feel like that it's difficult to trust the intuition at this time. Like perhaps you aren't used to using that as part of your guidance system. We have plenty of mental energy here with all the strong swords coming in here in this first row. And you are a Gemini, so an air sign. So the mental faculties are going to be something that are relied upon first, right? And so it does show here that, kind of going based off of your intuition is not something you're really comfortable with here. I'm also getting that perhaps there was some competition here that was hidden. So in this past relationship that may have ended or did end, there may have been some other people involved. Maybe not even a third party type situation. We do have the Queen of Wands here, which to me can symbolize another woman energy, or the other woman. It doesn't actually have to be a woman, if you get what I'm saying here. But so it could have been a little bit of that going on. or just, you know, too many ears or too many people sharing their opinions and getting in the ears of each one of the people in this soulmate connection and influencing the outcome, right? With the Eight of Cups, you have the Hanged Man, okay. And the King of Wands. So again, King and Queen showing up here. And it looks like, let me get one more there. The Death card, okay. So someone is no longer at this juncture, at the time of this reading, waiting to walk away. They are in fact ending this and getting out of this dynamic. And I think on some level, what I'm also feeling here is that even though there's a lot of fear of the future, that intuitive hit keeps coming in and like kind of pushing. Like, yeah, everything's going to be fine. Just go. Just go. You know, is kind of what I'm feeling with that. The Queen of Wands. We get the Knight of Swords. And the Page of Wands. So, could very well be that this Queen of Wands energy is pissed. So there could be that there's some verbal angry conflict before this departure happens. Whether it's the masculine or feminine that's actually walking away here, I do believe it happens finally as a result of an argument. These two coming in together could be a lot of exchange of impulsive, you know, words, right? They're both a bit dramatic and fired up and moving quickly. So pay attention to that coming into the week of the 10th, because it does appear that an argument is very possible. So just heads up on that. But it's really hard to say at this time. I feel like this reading is for a feminine energy that is walking away from a masculine. And that's intuitively what I feel, but I do see in the cards that it could be either or, so just take it as it resonates. So in the future position, we have La Force. So this is the Strength card. And so again, this energy of having courage and essentially the strength to walk away. We have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon. So fears are definitely coming into play here. We're now in this independent energy, right? So this Nine of Pentacles, I often see as the independent, single, or at least not committed individual here, working on themselves and working for themselves, supporting themselves both financially and in essentially every other way as well. But with the Eight of Swords here, this is still a very difficult transition, right? A lot of stuckness, fear, confusion, and really, again, just the light of that intuition to guide you. So let's see if we can get some more for this final row. The Eight of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups. So again, that intuitive nature is trying to guide you and you're feeling mentally stuck and unsure about it. Ace of Wands. With the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my, and the Hierophant. And with the Moon, we get Justice. Holy cow. And the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like, even though this has been a very frightening experience to kind of take the leap of faith to walk away from this past relationship and move forward on your own, it's really tested your ability to summon courage and follow that intuition. You will still probably be in that energy at after the week of the 10th, you know, the near future, so the week or so after that. You're still going to be feeling unsure about your intuition, could be still experiencing some mental stuckness, especially until Mercury goes direct, right? But on the other side of this, there's a lot of reward coming in for just believing in yourself. Intuitively, I do think you recognize that there is some sort of new beginning coming in. It could very well be with a water sign here. We also have a lot of earth, and then Libra showing up here as well. But somebody's going to come forward. I don't think you're going to be single for long here. Somebody's already stepping forward, like wanting to offer commitment. I mean, with the Hierophant and Justice here, they could even be like, you know, barking up the marriage tree here. This could be long-term, a potential long-term commitment, maybe even marriage at some point in the future for you. We do have Virgo, Taurus there. With the Moon and Justice and the Eight of Cups, it's like you had fear, you walked away anyway, you followed that intuition, and on some level, that's going to be what brings you this karmic balance. And I think you'll see that at some point. I don't feel like you do now. I feel like right now it's just like you feel stuck. You feel unsure. You're, you know, kind of dipping your toe into your intuitive side and really trying to hone that so that you can trust it more. You know, those kinds of things. But I think in the future, you're going to be really glad that you separated from this situation and went off on your own to into your own independence here and went ahead, even though it was frightening, and walked away into the unknown. So it's looking really good as far as what's coming in for you. But just note, I do still feel like you're going to continue to kind of battle between mental and intuitive sides. And there'll be some fears that come up. Now, the next full moon may actually be of importance as far as a timeline goes for this. For you, we have the moon showing up a couple of times in this reading, so I wanted to point that out. We did just have the Libra new moon, so that may also be helpful when it comes to like timing for you, as to when things might shift and move a bit. So overall, I think this is pushing you in the direction of your destined path here. And the only way to do that was to get into this independent energy and move forward. So I'll be interested to see how your readings play out over the next couple of weeks, you know, through the end of October. I hope that was helpful, Gemini. Make sure you check out your other placements. Leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.